welcome back to EveAIO. In today's video, I'm going to be going ahead and giving you a broken down overview of the proxies page within the bots. So when you come to the proxies page, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have the import and export button at the top. I will cover that at the end of this video. Then you have your main actions such as adds, edits, delete and duplicate. So we actually have to go ahead and create a proxy list. The proxy list name will appear there, the rotation will appear there, and the proxy number, the number of proxies within this list, will appear there as well. Let's go ahead and hit the add button to create a proxy list. We're going to call this proxy list name video proxy list, like so. You can go ahead and import your proxies from this list, and you can also go ahead and paste them in. So essentially the paste button means is that any proxies copied to your clipboard at the moment, if you hit the paste button, we'll go ahead and paste them in. So that is what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. So I have one proxy copied to my clipboard. I'm hit the paste button. As you guys can see, it's gone ahead and pasted in that proxy, and I'm going to do the same for another proxy here if I hit the paste button. So as you guys can see, two proxies have gone in. The top one does not work at all, and the second one works. So once you've gone ahead and pasted in your proxies, you're going to see IP, ports, username, password and status. Status is in regards to how you go ahead and test the proxies. So whether you test them on website and ping, I will go ahead and explain both of them in a second here. The buttons at the top, I'm just going to go through them. So you have the start a test and stop test. So this is when you go ahead and run a test on your proxies within this list. Then you can go ahead and stop the test at any point. For the rotation, it can be random or linear. Just to go ahead and explain this, random means it'll choose proxies at random. Linear means it'll go from the top to the bottom in order. Then if you go ahead and test a bunch of proxies, let's say for example I have 100 proxies here, and let's say 50 of them work, 50 of them don't, and I don't want to go through each one and remove them individually, I can hit the remove dead button, but this will require you to actually run a test so the bot knows which are dead and which aren't. Then at the bottom here, you can go ahead and put in the test URL. And if you want to go ahead and launch a Chrome session with either of the proxies here, you simply select it, hit the Chrome button, and a Chrome session will go ahead and pop up, and then you can go ahead and browse within it, as you guys can see. So let's go ahead and actually test these proxies here. I'm going to go ahead and grab a test URL and put it in this field down here. So I'm going to use the google.com URL just for the purpose of this video. We're going to go ahead and begin the test. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and distinguish what the website test means and what the ping test means. So we have two types of tests here. We have website and ping, like I mentioned before. The website test, which is currently selected, will actually go ahead and load the content on the page with the proxy you have testing here. So obviously we're going to test all of these, so we'll go ahead and load the actual website on both of these proxies. And the ping option is just to go ahead and ping the website on the server just to check that it's actually alive. So let's go ahead and run a test here on the website so we can actually go and load it in our content as well. So as you guys can see, it's run the testing. If you guys did remember, in this video I did mention that the bottom proxy works and the top one doesn't. So as you guys can see, the status returned alive as well as the speed, and the top one returned as dead. So as you guys can see, we have one dead proxy and one working proxy. If I wish to go ahead and remove the dead proxy, I hit this button, and as you guys can see, it's just gone ahead and removed the dead proxy. So once again, it is pretty useful if you have a ton of proxies. Some are dead, some are not, as it will save you a lot of time, and it will save you the time of individually deleting every single one that does not work. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this proxy in because it's the only working one, and hit the save button, and as you guys can see, it's gone ahead and create a proxy list. The proxy list name is video proxy list as we configured in the video. The rotation is random. I can change that to linear if I wish, and the number of proxies is 1. So to use these main actions, I go ahead and select the proxy list. As you guys can see, it's a bit darkened here, so that means it's selected. I can hit the edit button to go ahead and edit the list. This pops up again. I can go and edit the list if I wish. I can also delete the list if I wish. I can also duplicate it as well, as you guys can see. And just to show you guys what the delete function looks like, that's what it looks like. So now that I've covered the majority of this page, I want to go ahead and explain the import and export button and show you its functions in action. So this essentially allows you to import and export proxies. If you wish to import proxies into EveAIO, essentially what that will do is you hit the import button, a file directory will pop up, you go ahead and select the JSON file and you import the proxies in. The exact same thing for the export, but for export you go ahead and actually select the proxy list, hit the export button, and then you can go ahead and save the file, and you can use that elsewhere on different EveAIO instances or different bots that support JSON files when it comes to proxies. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is firstly export this proxy list out of EveAIO and then import it back in just to show you its functions. So I've selected the proxy list, I'm going to hit the export button, I'm on my desktop, I'm going to call this video proxy list exports. Just like so, hit the save button. It's been exported, it's successfully done it. Let's give it a moment to pop up. As you guys can see, it's popped up as a JSON file. Let's double click and this is what it looks like. So you can see a variety of details regarding the proxy list that I just exported. Let's X out of that, X out of this, and delete this proxy list from the bot. So as you guys can see, I have 0 proxy lists within the bot at the moment. I'm going to hit the import button and we're going to go ahead and import this proxy list back into the bot. So I'm going to type in its name here, and the name of it was video proxy list exports. I'm going to hit this, hit open, and as you guys can see, it successfully imported it back into the bot. And if we click this, hit edit, you guys can see it's exactly the same as it was before. That is going to go ahead and conclude this overview of the proxies page within EveAIO.